Hello, everybody. This is Isabel Lopez, Miss Lopez, from Miss Lopez. You know, my mother tongue is Spanish, but I normally speak Swedish every day because I live in Sweden, and here you also normally listen a lot of English. So I also like very much English, actually. But anyway, so you will notice that I am not that I have kind of an accent, But I mean, I hope you understand. But I really want to try. I would really want to try to do this, and it's like a challenge for me to do a video in English anyway. And today we are going to talk about something that I find very helpful, and is really helping and changing my life. And actually, it's an exercise you can do anytime there is an inflection point in your life and you want to clean or heal all the negative experience in your mind to transcend or transform to a positive ones, So this is like a very spiritual, but at the same time it has a lot to do with our essence, our spiritual essence, and it's also a lot to do with psychology and neuroscience, because it's about visualization, And as you know, as observers we create our reality. Actually, my favorite is I think, therefore I create my reality. And actually it has a lot to do with that. I mean, I would say I actually am a socialist person. I studied sociology, well, that's what I mean. And I understand the social awareness, how important is that, and also we are influenced for a lot of we get a lot of impact from the social movements, etc. But actually, as a human beings, individuals, we can do a lot how we think. And actually, if everybody, or let's say the most of the population to a certain extent, will change their way of thinking, the beliefs, we will change almost everything, because that is what it's about, that everybody, more and more people, higher their awareness, expand their awareness. So what are you going to do, especially now there is a change? I mean, we're gonna, from one year to the other, the year is coming to an end. But actually, as I said, this video and this exercise you can apply it whenever. But it's important two things. The actual fact that there is an inflection point, like this, the end of the year, this has a lot of meaning, social meaning, symbolic meaning are in our mind. So that gives a lot of more, give it more power, let's say, more impact. But anytime you want to heal something, to transcend. So as we are going to transcend the energy, and all we are is energy, but in a different frequency, what we're going to do is to change the frequency from negative to positive, or try to make it better. Because the thing is, as we are physical, how you say, we live in a physical experience, so we get a lot of shit, let's say so. We get a negative experience, negative thoughts. We have our ego living this experience, living the dualist. So this makes us to really get in this negative internal dialogue that can make us feel very bad, and we see our lives in a negative way. So there's a way to change that, and it's changing our perspective. So what I suggest, and actually now that this year is coming to an end, we're going to a new year, but actually anytime there is an inflection point in your life and you have to do a before and an after, point, I would recommend you to do this exercise. No, so what you have to do, as I said, is to I love this writing. So it makes so much. Actually, it has to be handwriting, nothing with the computer, because it triggers our brain to think, and feel better. So you get at least 2 pages, different pages. And to do this healing, this is a therapeutical exercise, actually. So what you do is you get a paper. You get like a paper like this, and in that paper, actually, to clean the shit, let's say so, to clean the negative thoughts, the negative experience, because everything is a perspective. Actually, everything is happening to us it's neutral from the universal perspective. But our mind, with the observation, when we observe the reality, then it becomes positive or negative, and that gives us feelings, that gives us a state of mind. So what you do is you get a paper. In that paper, you do a inflection. You reflect about all the bad things that happened to you during this period of time, for example, 2021, and then you think, you concentrate. It's very important. You are in the moment, and you put all the feeling. You are really concentrating what you're doing. You're living in the now, in that moment. Nothing else exists. So you just put your concentration, your focus in the moment, and think, all the bad things that happened to you, that you interpreted, that you made it, that made you feel bad. So you made a list and say, even though, dear, let's say 2021, whatever is you want to address to, you say, dear 2021, for example, even though this, let's say, thing happened to me that you consider is a bad thing, even though I finished with my boyfriend, even though this and that happened, even though I lost that business idea or whatever, or even though I was feeling bad, or the bad negative things you have in your mind. So say, even though this and this happened, and you made a list, and you really you feel the feeling, how you felt when these things happened to you. So then, when you put all the, let's say, bad things in that paper, you put it in the paper, in some way, it's like you let it go of the negative. And when you're writing, it's like it's not longer part of you. It's like you're really liberating from that energy. So you write all the negative of that period of time, for example, 2021, because now is the time I'm doing this video, and you take another paper, and it has to be another page, another paper, not in the same paper. And you can do as long as you want. You can write everything. It's like, you release from that energy. It's like when you talk to a shrink. It's like when, oh my God, you leave it. You put it away from you. So in the other paper, what you're gonna do is you make a reflection. You meditate about all these bad things, and you feel that this is part of you, and as part of you, you become you get in a grateful attitude. You're grateful. You can transform the energy, the bad experience, in good energy, because you see them in a new perspective. How can you do that? Well, because everything is a belief, and when you life is about things happens, no? It's either good things happens to you or lessons. So everything that you call bad in your life is actually a lesson to get more awareness. So if you see that as a lesson, that you learn something, so, and you see the message, you see the lesson of all that happened to you, when you no longer live in resentment, and you see that this is part of the process, so you become aware and grateful. So I'm grateful because you see the positive or the bad things that you put in the other paper. So you transform is through gratefulness, gratitude. Through gratitude is when you really can transform all this energy. So do it because it's really powerful. Gratefulness is the most powerful, let's say, transforming energy, I would say. So if we instead see the gratitude instead of the negative, so our life will change. But I tell you, that's very important. You cannot deny that at that moment that was bad for you, because if you just say, oh, and thank you because he was bad to me, no, it's not right, because you haven't transcended the negativity to positivity. So first you have to observe, be aware of the you call it negative, and with gratitude transcend it to positive, because otherwise this exercise is not done. Otherwise you're not really in contact with yourself. At the end of the day, we are experiencing life in this planet, and some things we experience as negative or positive, but this exercise is about to transcend the negative energy to positive energy. Yes, so don't deny there is harm. I mean, like you get negative feelings from that things that happen to you. You don't deny, you accept it, because you have to do. This is very important. You have to do this exercise from acceptance. So first you have acceptance, even though I feel bad about that, even though this bad thing, let's say, happened to me. And then in the other page, I'm thankful because I'm still alive. This made this happen in another way, but it's even better. Whatever, you see the lesson, you see the positive in the negative that happened to you. And as I said, this is a process, but first comes with acceptance, and then transcend the energy with gratitude. So acceptance and gratitude in the second place. Yes, and now you have the two papers. Yeah, this is my notebooks. Yeah, you put, and what you do then is like a relief. You will feel much better. I promise. I do this all the time. And then what you can do to make this exercise even more symbolic and with more impact to our mind, what you can do is to put these two papers, and you put it in an envelope. And this, it has to be from, on the back side, from, let's say, 2021, or the period you want to clean, to heal, or a period of your life, whatever. I mean, a thing that you want this get away. Yeah? So from bad 2021, but in the front you send them to the future. So from the past 2021, for example, but as I said, you can use this exercise in any situation, but let's say from the past and to the future. In this case, because now we are in 2021, we'll send it to 2022. If you see this video in a year, so you will do from 22 to the future, 23, you know? Okay. Yes, good. So you put the envelope in your hands and say, oh, thank you. I let it go of the past. I'm grateful for the future. Grateful for the future. Whenever it's going to happen to me, I'm grateful. I trust and let go. I trust and let go. I do this kind of feeling, you know, this, wow, you really connect with your inner self, you know, higher self if you want. And after you do that, you feel, oh, you're thankful, you clean, whatever, release from all this bad energy. What you have to do is, I recommend you, but you don't have it, you don't have to do it. The best would be as a symbolic thing, as I said, because our mind is symbolic, is you put this, you burn this envelope with a candle. With a candle. This candle, to make it more symbolic, you maybe even want to put the past, like 2021 or wherever. But as I said, the most important is the feeling, the intention. When you connect with the feeling and the intention, and you put all this in a visualization, then it's the correct exercise done. Okay, you burn it in a safe place, please, in a safe place. And then while it's burning, in, like, for example, in the bathtub or in a safe place, then while it's doing this, you see how this is smelting, all the bad energy is going away. You visualize, you get in this trance, in this moment, in this kind of hypnosis, alpha moment, you know, state. So you visualize, you close your eyes, pull the focus in your inhale, exhale, breathing, and in every inhale, you take all the negative, exhale all the negative, you know? So you take it just to do exactly that, to exhale and throw it away, so let it go. It's more effective if you do that. So yeah, but anyway, you visualize, that's the important thing. If you plus with the breathing and the visualization, and then you feel how all this energy is melting away and it's gone, and you wait for this paper to get burned totally. And then, you know, you throw it in the toilet or whatever you want to say, in the best place, but very important that it has to be safe. Whatever, as I said, the most important is the intention. If you don't have a candle, if you cannot burn it, okay, it's less symbolic, but the most important is you really do the exercise in your mind. You do the visualization. You really, it's like a kind of meditation. You visualize how all this bad energy is melting away, is going away, so it's gone, you know. So now you can start a new period where you have transcend all this bad energy into positive, and you can start a new period clean, you know, heal from all this energy, because everything is energy. So no matter what, you cannot, you have to go with the flow always, but you can transcend the energy, the flow. So the flow is going in the right direction. Okay, so I hope you like it. As I said, I can probably explain it better in Spanish or maybe Swedish, but anyway, I tried. So if you want to contact me, you can leave your comments below. please subscribe to my channel. I will be very, very happy. You can help anywhere you any how you say, in any kind you like, whatever. And please, the most important is that you tell me you've done it. Please, I want to know if you really have done this exercise, because this is very powerful. And the most important is to understand this. I believe that I create my reality. I believe I act, you know. But when you see when you get the power, this empowerment, and you believe and that you can do it, is when you can do it. Okay? So have a nice exercise, and I wish you all the best energy within you. May the energy be with you. Okay? Bye bye. Hasta la vista, amigos. Ciao.